And a good Tuesday to you. Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions offense was nearly perfect last night against the Seahawks at a 42-29 victory at Ford Field. Goff completed all 18 passes he attempted on the night as Detroit built an early 14-0 lead, making Seattle try to play catch-up all game long. Despite the early deficit, Seattle fought back to within one score once in the first half and 3 times in the second half, but just didn't have enough down the stretch. Coach Mike Macdonald said to credit the Lions, but he loved seeing the fight in his team.
Not a good enough performance on our front. Got to give Detroit a lot of credit. I thought they had a great plan offensively. Definitely, I mean, they borderline. They just outplayed us on the defensive side of the ball for us. I will tell you this: our guys fought the heck out of that game. They went down to the last second, and that's what I'm most proud of right now. And we're going to hold on to that. And that's a foundation that we've built here that we're going to, push forward with. And, we're 4 weeks into the season. And look, I mean, the message all week has been, that we're on the foundation of our football team and where we want to be. And it's obvious, we're not the team that we want to be yet. And we shouldn't be the team that we're going to be. We have time to grow as a football team. We have a short week. We have to have a sense of urgency about it. And we need to take the next step. But just wasn't good enough, especially on the defensive side of the ball today. So, we've got to make it right and move forward.
The Seahawks trailed 21-7 at halftime, but made a statement on its first drive of the second half, marching 75 yards in 10 plays, with Geno Smith hitting A.J. Barner on a 9-yard touchdown pass to cut the lead to 21-14. Macdonald says he never finds quit in Seattle man for man.
Offense was responding. Defense, we weren't able to get stops, especially in the second half. And there's a feeling that you see in the guys' eyes where, no one's hanging their heads. Everyone's just like laser focused, poised, just like we've talked about throughout the Denver game. And that's a characteristic of our team that we've had throughout the season. So proud of that. It's easy to start, looking around and woe is me type of idea, but that's not our guys.
Geno said they put their heads together at halftime and committed to a second half comeback.
Just keep playing. There's really no words to say, man. We're all in this thing together. We don't expect things to be easy. Adversity is a good thing, especially early in the season. And so for us to come out the way that we did in the second half, and you can see the fight that we have on this team, the resiliency we have on this team, and just the type of men in that locker room, the way that they all fight for one another. We got ourselves back in the game and gave ourselves a shot at the end, and that's really all you can ask for when you start out like that.
Smith completed 36 of 58 passes for 395 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He says he loves having the ball in his hands when the game is on the line.
I just think that's how the game unfolded. Obviously we want to be aggressive. That's something that we always want to do, and when you're behind in the game, Coach Grubb, he has tremendous confidence in us and myself, and I have no problem with them putting the game in my hand. I'm actually hoping for that every time I go out there. And so, whenever that's the situation, man, I just got to do what I got to do to make the right plays. Hats off to the O-line, man. It's a lot of pass protection out there against a really good defensive line. And I thought they played tremendous, and it really gave us a shot.
Despite the loss, Seattle still leads the NFC West by a game over the 49ers. Seahawks are back home Sunday to host the 1-3 New York Giants at Lumen Field. Well, the Pac-12 Conference continues to reshuffle as it looks towards the future and will add Gonzaga next year. The conference announced today that the Bulldogs will join the Pac-12 in July of 2026. With the move comes GU's rich basketball tradition, having made the round of the 16 in the NCAA men's tournament 9 consecutive times. Gonzaga joins the Pac-12 along with Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Utah State, and Washington State. According to an article on ESPN.com today, the Pac-12 has also been in conversations with Grand Canyon and St. Mary's, possibly joining the conference. There were 3 volleyball matches played in north central Washington on Monday night. Chelan swept Kashmir 25-21, 17, and 19. Manson took 3 from Tonasket. Cascade Christian beat Garden City in the Battle of the Academies 3-0. On a busy schedule tonight, Pateras hosts Wilson Creek. Grandview is at Quincy, while Ephrata is hosting East Valley. Etienne visits Moses Lake Christian at 6:15. Chelan hosts Cascade at 6:30, while Lake Roosevelt is at Omak. Colville hosts Tonasket, and Okanagan visits Brewster. Eastmont hosts Wenatchee at 7 o'clock tonight, while Moses Lake is at Eisenhower, and Bridgeport hosts Manson. The prep soccer schedule got underway earlier today with Liberty Bell hosting Omak, Chelan's at Bridgeport, Paterra's hosting Cascade, Okanagan visiting Lake Roosevelt, Oroville's welcoming Brewster, Tonasket's at Manson. Ephrata hosts Quincy tonight at 6. Ike visits Moses Lake at 7, while Wenatchee hosts Eastmont also at that same time. In fact, that's the game we're featuring here tonight on the NCWLIFE channel as the Panthers welcome the Wildcats at 7 o'clock. Join Sebastian Moraga and Matt Weisen for the pregame at 6:50 on TV, as well as streaming on our website and our Facebook page. Well, the Football Friday schedule includes 9th-ranked Kashmir hosting 5th-ranked Royal from Bulldog Stadium here on NCWLIFE. Both teams are 4-0 so far this season. Join yours truly and Grant Olson for the call. Our pregame at 6:30 from Kashmir on Friday night. Then on Saturday, it's the 57th meeting all-time between Wenatchee and Eastmont in the 18th Bridge of Sportsmanship game at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. The Panthers are trying to snap an 8-game losing streak in the Battle of the Bridge. I'll be alongside Paul Collard for the pregame beginning at 5:30, 6 o'clock kickoff Saturday in the Apple Bowl. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.